Hi, my name is Ken Schmidt, and I'm a principal attorney with the immigration law firm of U.S. Legal Solutions. And I recently joined the board of directors for the Interfaith Committee on Latin America, which you may also know as IFCA. I'm a longtime supporter of IFCA and a sustaining contributor to the work they do, and I would love to have the opportunity to tell you why. I have spent the last 20 years of my professional career representing immigrants in the metropolitan area and the Midwest region. Specifically, for the last 15 years or so, I've devoted a significant part of that time defending immigrants and their families before the various immigration courts and against the government's continual efforts to remove them from our communities here in the Midwest. Here, where they thrive and they make all of our lives better, and all as part of the government's effort to deport them from the United States. I have also spent several years recruiting my fellow attorneys and law students to join me in volunteering at our southern border to work with moms and children who are being held by our government and who are desperately trying to explain to our government why they and their children must be allowed to remain in the United States as asylees if they are to live. I and my immigration lawyer colleagues know all too well the enormous and the largely for-profit detention and deportation machine that is aligned against the moms, the dads, and children in their desperate fight that they face and are faced by families every day just to preserve their future and their safety and their lives. But here's the really frustrating part. This fight requires so much more than committed legal advocacy. There is a desperate need for public education and public awareness to understand what this enormous detention and deportation machine is doing to families in our communities every day, and why this machine only really benefits the for-profit detention companies like GEO and CoreCivic and the financial interests of their investors, and emphatically does not benefit our communities or make our communities one bit safer. There's a desperate need for our community to understand why good people, families, moms, dads, and kids, yes, kids, get caught up in this machine in the first place, and why these people are not criminals. To understand how and why our immigration system is broken and does not serve our collective community best interest. And there's a desperate need for everyone in the community to take an interest in and to know what our government does every day in our names, and to at very least assure that if this work is going to continue, the government cannot do its work under the cover of darkness, that it be forced to operate its detention machine in the light of day with all the good people in our community watching and bearing witness. And finally, while my professional life is spent being required to operate within the broken system, which is the immigration law of the United States, there is a desperate need for our community to speak up, to speak out, to speak truth to power, and to demand changes to that law to bring back basic principles of American decency to that immigration law. Principles like basic fairness, basic justice, to demand an immigration system that supports and encourages new Americans to join in and add to and become part of the vibrant and beautiful immigrant story that so many of us want our nation to be. And this is what IFCA does. They build awareness, they educate, they challenge all of us to demand a better, more just immigration process. They bear witness, and they do it every day. So I encourage each of you to reach out and learn more about IFCA, supporting them by joining me as a sustaining member of their work. Go to www.stl-ifcla.org and consider joining me in supporting them. Thank you.